going on, everybody? Welcome to today's YouTube video. Today we're doing a cold plunge real quick before we get into a full day of eating on bulk. We are getting in, hopefully you guys can see that, 49.2 degrees. So a little bit warmer than I have done in the past, but we're kind of getting back into the routine after prep because I stopped doing it when I was actually on prep. But I'm gonna throw it on the tripod, we're gonna get in and then just kind of talk about some things. Timer set for 3 minutes. Let's get to it. Never gets any easier. I'm gonna catch my breath first, then we'll talk. Alrighty, so full day of eating we got coming up. Right around 3,000 calories is the goal. I do give myself a little bit of a buffer. I would say about 200 calories above or below, just so once again I can kind of enjoy some flexibility during the building phase. Protein wise, weighing in right around 175, 176-ish. I do aim for around 160, I would say the minimum protein. I always end up getting more just because my diet always has more protein in it. But if for whatever reason I have maybe a dinner, a date, whatever, or I need to save some more calories, I will just say my minimum is 160 grams of protein. As I mentioned, weighing in right around 176, 175-ish. Obviously, hopefully that will slowly come up. My goal is to add 3 pounds of weight per month until probably May or June before doing a little bit of a mini cut for this summer. Because I think moving forward, my goal is going to be probably like a 9-3 ratio where I'll spend 9 months out of the year in a slight caloric surplus and 3 months cutting. And honestly, as far as my lifestyle goes, I like being lean for the summer. So I'll probably do that cut around like May every year. So cut maybe May, June, July, hopefully stay leaner into August, September, and then just kind of repeat that process over a long period of time to, once again, hopefully add some more muscle mass. Because I definitely think right now, once again, not that I'm not satisfied, but proud of the physique I have, proud of prep, but also realize that I definitely have a lot of room to grow. So right now we're gonna do basically, yeah, a 9-3 is kind of what I foresee moving forward. Obviously, I just finished up prep back in November, so the 9 is a little bit shorter this time around, but after cutting this summer, I'll go ahead and continue that 9-3 while basically be bulking or as building in a surplus 9 months out of the year and aiming for probably 2 to 3 pounds per month during those building phases. And I could probably lose, gosh, I don't even know, maybe like 6 to 7 per month during my fat loss phases if they're a little bit more aggressive. That definitely got a little bit easier. We're gonna do a little head dunk for funsies. Okay, that was cold. Not a bad idea. All right. All right, let's go inside and make some breakfast. All right, so after the cold plunge, Kitty's already up and eating breakfast, but we gotta let Maisie out because it is time for her to go to the bathroom. No, Maisie, you gotta go potty first. You can say hi to Katie.
Hi, say hi to Katie.
But you gotta go potty first, right? If you want your breakfast, I go potty. Go ahead. But yeah, nice bright early 6:30 cold plunge. I'm so cold.
Oh, yuck.
Well, we're gonna let Maisie out, feed her. I'm gonna clean up, get ready for the day, because all I did was put my contacts in. I just don't brush my teeth and stuff, and then eat some breakfast. Well, looks like it's just you and me, huh? And breakfast is served. We are starting to warm up a little bit. I will say having a little bit more body fat versus when I was doing the cold plunge during prep. It feels much, much better. It was not as cold as I got it. I think last time I did cold plunges, I got down to like 36, 37 degrees. Right now we're up at 50, so we'll kind of probably do that for a week, my dad and I both. Then we'll kind of drop, slowly bring the temperature down. But right here we've got 4 eggs, so you can see hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 slices of toast. Normally I do 4 slices of toast, but we got this like Dave's Killer bread, which I didn't realize how high calorie this bread is. Like it's like 120 calories or something. But it's this Dave's Killer 21 whole grains and seeds bread, and it's 110 calories a serving. So instead of going with 4 slices of low calorie bread, I'm gonna do 2 slices of this higher calorie bread stuff. But it also I think has like 5 grams of protein per slice, which is a decent amount. So that's 10 extra grams of protein just from the bread. Then we have a bell pepper Katie cut up for me. Thank you very much, Katie, before she had to head back up to Dayton. So she starts working like 8:30, it's about an hour drive, and she'll occasionally spend the night on Saturday, or not Saturday, on Sunday, and have to drive up early Monday. But real quick, let's go ahead and dive into the macros. So, boom, boom, boom. All right, so meal one with the eggs, toast, a little bit of butter. Oh, I need to add that actually, I almost forgot. Because I do use a little bit of butter in the, excuse me, to cook the eggs. So let's go ahead and add that in there. Where is that? Okay, yep. We'll call it probably half a tablespoon. I mean, it's a rough estimate. So this meal comes out to be 582 calories, 52 grams of carbs, 29 grams of fat, and 35 grams of protein. That is meal one, very basic. I think every morning honestly, I love eggs. So I'm gonna have eggs in some form. I used to do scrambled eggs and potatoes. I did that for a really long time. But honestly, the potatoes in the air fryer take about 16 to 17 minutes, and the toast takes less time than actually the eggs take to cook. So this is a lot more efficient way of doing it. So yeah, toast, eggs, bell pepper, that's breakfast. See you guys in the next meal. Also figured I might as well update you guys with what I do in between meals. So first things first, we're gonna do a quick half-hour walk on the treadmill. One of those reasons, or I guess one of the reasons I do that is, once again, I'm still aiming for about 10,000 steps every single day. So with it being cold and dark out pretty early, we're gonna do the steps on the treadmill, at least in the morning, and maybe take Maisie later this afternoon or evening, depending on weather. That's kind of the biggest thing during the winter time. Unfortunately, fortunately during the summertime, it's bright, it's warm. Those outdoor walks are super easy. During the winter time, they're not as fun, and I just spend most of my time down here on the good old treadmill. Then two, helps with digestion. So a little post-meal walk. I do encourage, honestly, most of my clients just, hey, like move around after your meals, make sure you're getting 10,000 steps in, helps with longevity, overall heart health, as well as just, once again, hey, the more active you are, you do burn some more calories too, so it allows you to eat a little bit more as well. So combination of a whole lot of things. I'm gonna watch, I actually don't know, either Good Mythical Morning or Mashal, which is like a new anime. It's kind of like a One Punch Man kind of thing. It's like and kind of like Harry Potter. It's a weird mix, but I honestly really like it. I think it's pretty funny, especially with like the whole like bodybuilding, strength, build your body, that kind of thing. It's funny. If you haven't seen it and you're into anime, check it out. Mashal. It's on Crunchyroll is how I watch it, but I might watch Good Mythical Morning. And then basically work block one is everything I do between, I guess, the treadmill walk and before I go to the gym. And that's going to be check-ins. It's going to be editing a YouTube video. Yeah, those are probably going to be the two big ones for work block one. And then work block two is just kind of whatever I've left over and whatever I can get ahead on for the day. For the rest of the week and tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to hop on the treadmill and then we're going to work, and I'll see you guys at the pre-workout meal. And just like that, it is time for our pre-workout meal. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh my gosh, can you see? Holy crap, you can literally see like the indent my head. All right, we're gonna grab a hat real quick actually, because I can see the indent my headphones have given my head for being on the computer for the last 4 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and take one of these hats right here and throw this guy on. Even though I guess I don't really care if you guys see it when I go to the gym, I definitely don't want like an indent on my head. Just gonna throw a hat on real quick. And then we're gonna go, these are actually new barbell hats. I don't actually know, I don't think they're actually for sale, so don't go looking for these because I think they're out of stock, but I'm a huge fan of hats. I asked them, like, do you guys have any laying around? And they sent me one, so I'm a big fan of that because some of their hats that they do sell have like a big padding in the front, and these are just like the classic, like, well, called dad hat, I guess. But we're gonna go ahead and whip up our pre-workout meal, which if you guys watch the channel at all, you always know it's gonna be some proteins. So we have our maple brown sugar, less sugar oatmeal right here. We need 2 packs of that. We're gonna mix in a little bit of protein, some almond milk, all that good stuff. And then also we're gonna be adding one recipe, but I'll show you guys that once we have everything whipped up. But yeah, it's gonna be 2 packets of our quick oats. We're gonna microwave those for 3 minutes in water. Then we'll be adding in our protein powder and everything else, but I'll show you guys that process. But first things first, just microwave some oats. Now we have our oats that are microwaved, so very hot. We're gonna add a splash of almond milk, almond breeze. We're gonna add one scoop of Transparent Labs. This is their whey isolate, 28 grams of protein right there. We're gonna add 20 grams of this natural cream peanut butter. And we're gonna chop up 1 banana as well. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up on YouTube for you guys because it does take a little bit of time to mix everything together. Figured I don't need to waste your guys' time watching me do that, but yeah, let's get to it. And just like that, our bowl of protein is done. Once again, the single greatest meal I hopefully will enjoy for the rest of my life.
it doesn't get any better than this. And then what we're gonna actually add in addition to this, normally I have a Rice Krispie treat on my way to the gym, but I actually made a homemade Rice Krispie treat. This will also be in the cookbook, and I think this is the one and only recipe that doesn't have higher protein and less calories than its original. This is actually slightly higher calories than a Rice Krispie treat, but these are what I'm calling my, it's kind of sticky to the bottom, but you can kind of see. These are my Captain Crunch Krispies. So basically it is Rice Krispies, but it's Captain Crunch cereal instead of Rice Krispie treats. Because you know what, I can buy Rice Krispie treats and those are just as good, but I can't buy these. So I decided to make this, and this is my like pre-workout snack now. In addition to Rice Krispie treats, I might not make this every single week, but I made this, it came out to 12 servings. So I was like, oh, that's 12 days of Rice Krispie treats basically. So this is where I'm gonna be adding in addition to this meal, and that's what I'm gonna read the total macros for. And I will say, I mean, once again, I think it might be the one recipe that is not higher not higher protein, not lower calorie. This actually I think has like maybe 10 more calories than Rice Krispie treat, but I think it tastes way better. I don't know, Captain Crunch just has a special place in my heart, I guess. But this meal right here comes out to be, once again, the protein, banana, peanut butter, once again, a little bit less than a tablespoon, so not a full serving of peanut butter. Comes out to be 694 calories, 98 grams of carbs, 16 grams of fat, and 42 grams of protein. That is gonna be our pre-workout meal. This I'm not gonna eat right now. I will actually eat on my way, or actually probably at the gym, because I'll drink my pre-workout on the way to the gym, and I'll actually eat this before I go into the gym. It's kind of like a sweet treat as well. It's like, hey, you made it to the gym, good for you, you made it today. Let's go ahead and have a nice little treat right there. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this. Then we are actually pretty much out of peanut butter. Yeah, this jar is like empty. So I'm gonna scrape a little bit, and we're gonna give some to Maisie too.
All right, Maisie, can you sit, please? Good, we got the knife. Hey, sit, wait. All right, go ahead. Do you like peanut butter? About to head to the gym, and now we have our pre-workout made. So we got this in here. Once again, add ice to your pre-workout. I promise you it makes it taste so much better with cold water rather than like room temp or lukewarm. We got the bulk pre-workout. This is the Cherry Splash, I believe. Yeah, Cherry Splash. Not my personal favorite. I'm not a huge fan of cherry in general, but it actually doesn't taste too bad. And since I think I got it from like when they initially released the Cherry Splash, I'm just gonna use it because I have it. I would say blue raspberry is probably my top. They also have like, I think it was like it's like a watermelon kiwi or something like that I also really liked. And then obviously the strawberry lemonade is also a great flavor. So I would say my top three, blue raspberry, strawberry watermelon, and then strawberry, what did I just say? Oh my gosh. Strawberry lemonade and then the watermelon kiwi are kind of my top three. But yeah, we got our pre-workout right here, as well as our homemade Rice Krispie treat Captain Crunch thing. We're headed to the gym. We got legs, and I will not be taking you guys. If you do really want more gym content, I did release my entire program I'm running. Like I want to say, well, actually probably now 2 months ago. But right now, I'm really enjoying going to the gym, putting my headphones in, not thinking about anything but training. And I even have basically been turning down some people that have asked me to work out with them. Just saying like, hey, I'll be honest, like it's been a long time since I've loved training because of prep and just the fact that I couldn't train properly. Well, not train properly, but I couldn't enjoy the training. I couldn't push myself. I was low on calories, low on food. I was trying to film everything. I'm really enjoying having the gym as me time rather than like content time or stuff like that. I will definitely work some content in. As you guys saw, I think 2 videos ago, I was up in Cleveland. I said, screw it, let's just go ahead and film that day. But right now, I'm looking forward to just getting some hack squats, nice and heavy, doing it my own, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the meals. I think after working out, I think I'll have chicken noodle soup, which I already have prepped, and then dinner will be a new recipe. I'll actually film the entire thing for you guys to show you what I'm making and give you guys a free recipe. So stay tuned for that. We just got back from the gym, and now it's time for our post-workout meal. So we have our beef ramen right here. So this is actually a recipe I made yesterday and went ahead and just had it in the fridge waiting for me. I was like, you know what? It's between this and a chicken noodle soup I had the other day. And I was like, you know what? I like the beef ramen a little bit more, so we're gonna go with that. This is, once again, I would estimate about a quarter serving. So when it comes to making things in the crock pot, soups, stuff like that, I typically distribute it amongst meal prep containers if I'm eating it myself. So I know, okay, hey, if I make this recipe, it's gonna be between 4 to 6 servings is my guesstimate. I'll go ahead and just take 4 to 6 meal prep containers and divide it out and know, okay, hey, that's about a fourth, that's about a fifth or a sixth or whatever it is. But when I make something that my family's gonna eat as well, like the beef ramen, I'll go ahead and actually leave it in like the actual crock pot thing,
crock pot container. I'll just go ahead and like kind of guesstimate. So I'm gonna guesstimate this about a quarter of the whole recipe. Once again, maybe not perfect, but good enough for the moment. And then we're gonna add a Greek yogurt. We got a Oikos Pro, 20 grams of protein, vanilla, and we're gonna have 2 small apples as well. So the macros for this meal come out to be 720 calories, 83 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat, and then 54 grams of protein. That is, once again, the Greek yogurt has a decent chunk of protein, beef ramen, and the 2 apples. So post-workout meal, and we'll be making probably some sort of like barbecue chicken type thing for dinner. I just need to figure out the macros and do basically a trial run for the recipe in the cookbook. But yeah, that's post-workout meal. See you guys at dinner. We've been grinding out some check-ins, and now it's time. Oh my gosh, that's bright. Not really for a meal, but we're gonna have a quick little Diet Coke because honestly, I love them. They are a nice little boost. Later in the day, I already drink so much water. It's funny, Katie always makes fun of me because I have to go to the bathroom like all the time because of how much water I drink. We're gonna take this one though. You can see her on a WALK here shortly. So it is right around 4:30, so I got a couple more check-ins I need to do. Make sure I finish editing a YouTube video. That should go about 5:30, so a little bit of a time crunch, but that's what the Diet Coke is for, to help me finish up my editing. Got a couple more check-ins to do that I might actually do after our WALK, because as you guys can see, so the sun is slowly setting because it still gets dark earlier because it's only February 4th. Yeah, February 4th. So we need to take her before it gets too dark, so I'll probably end up doing a little bit more work after our walk and after dinner. Oh, I said it. But I'm gonna go ahead and have a quick Diet Coke because I don't think I talk about like hydration as much in these videos, but it's so important, especially in a dieting phase, to incorporate things like this, like a diet soda. Like, trust me, 1 or 2 of these a day is gonna do you no harm. If anything, it's gonna help you stick to your calorie deficit. You're gonna hopefully enjoy it a little bit more. If you're already drinking full sugar sodas, those are probably just as bad, if not worse for you than a diet soda. And as far as like studies go, alcohol is way worse. So before you start coming at me for having a Diet Coke now and again, if you're drinking alcohol, I mean, like, yeah, just, I don't want to hear it, but all good. We're going to go ahead, finish this up, finish editing that video, take Maisie on a WALK, and then hopefully by that time, it might be time to start making dinner. We'll kind of see how everything goes, but yeah, I need to finish up this video so I can take Maisie before it gets too dark out. The time has come to take Maisie for a walk. You go for a walk? Yeah. All right, let's go for a walk. Maisie and I just got back from our walk. It was a little bit colder than I thought it was gonna be, unfortunately, and the sun went down pretty quickly, so we did end up walking a little bit in the dark and a little bit in the cold, but now it's time to cook dinner. Like I said, I wanna show you guys pretty much my like thought process behind a lot of the recipes that are in the cookbook already, and that will be in the new one. So this one actually came from, I was talking with a client, and they were having chicken, rice, and they didn't know really what to do in order to spice things up. And my go-to is pretty much always sauces. There are tons and tons of sauces, whether it be buffalo, barbecue, like mayo, ranch, all kinds of stuff. And he actually ended up doing a mixture, and he actually switched to ground beef instead of chicken, but he was doing ground beef, rice, barbecue sauce, and throwing in some mixed vegetables, like peas, corn, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of barbecue, but for me, a lean protein source would be chicken, barbecue chicken. That sounds pretty good. And then one of my favorite carb sources is potatoes. So right now, we're gonna be making pretty much, I'm gonna call it a like barbecue chicken skillet. So pretty much what we're gonna do is we have our chicken breast right here. This is just a pound. I do think that the recipe I'll end up writing in the cookbook will probably end up being 2 pounds. So it makes like maybe 5 or 6 servings, because I think this might probably come out to be maybe 2 to 3, depending on the calories, servings. So that's one thing where I'll make a recipe. Normally I might make a smaller batch to start if I know it's kind of an experiment, and I'll make a bigger batch and confirm, okay, this works as a smaller batch, a bigger batch, and it can be upwards of 6 servings. So basically we have our chicken, we have our potatoes. Seasoning wise, we're gonna go pretty basic. You could always use a pre-made seasoning. I just, once again, I wanna make sure everyone has the ingredients they can make. So if you don't have this famous Dave's barbecue chicken, which I normally would use, I'm gonna be using onion powder, garlic powder, right here, onion powder, garlic powder, and some paprika. So that's gonna be going on the potatoes as well as the chicken. Then we're also gonna have some salt and pepper, since everyone has salt and pepper on their, well, hopefully everyone has salt and pepper that they can add on to their chicken as well as their potatoes. So basically, very, very simple. We're gonna go ahead and cook our potatoes. That's gonna be the longest, so we're gonna go ahead and chop some of those up. I'm gonna estimate, so once again, I say 1 pound of chicken, we're gonna go 16 ounces. So we'll probably make 3 servings worth to make sure the protein's high enough. We're gonna go ahead, chop up probably 6 small potatoes. These are about, I don't know, yay big. Probably use 6 of those, so it's about 2 per serving. We're also gonna use some reduced fat shredded cheese to add on top, to add a little bit of more, honestly, in my opinion, flavor, as well as some texture. We're gonna be cooking it on the skillet right here, so we can go ahead and finish that in the broiler. Also, is this recording? I think it's recording. I can't really tell. Something's off right now. I found out what it is. The SIM card in the 1 slot is not currently there, and it's blinking like it's trying to record to SIM card slot 1, but it's actually going to card 2. So we are good. For a second, I was like, I don't know if I've been recording at all, or even like I lost some past clips, but luckily we do have a second memory card. We're gonna air fry the potatoes, so that's gonna be really simple and easy. Once again, air frying, I do 400 degrees for about 16 minutes. If there's gonna be more potatoes, I might bump it up to 20 minutes. And yeah, the last thing's gonna be barbecue sauce. I have this Buffalo Wild Wings barbecue sauce. I might even try this with G. Hughes, since G. Hughes makes a very low fat barbecue sauce, but sometimes, in my opinion, the flavor is actually worth the calories. So we'll kind of experiment with that, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually just put you guys down and film, or not put you guys down and film, but put you guys down and make the meal. But like I said, it's gonna be very basic. I'll go ahead and show you the final product, as well as the macros and kind of the trial and error of cooking a meal. So yeah, pretty basic. Cut potatoes, air fry potatoes, cut chicken, cook chicken, put it all together, and top with some cheese. And here we have, it's very warm, our barbecue chicken skillet. Hopefully get it close up for you guys, just so you can see it a little bit better. Got some cheese on top right there. So I will say it's pretty basic. It's 4 main ingredients. You have your potatoes, you have your chicken, your barbecue sauce, and your cheese. Obviously seasonings to your preference as far as what you want to put on the potatoes versus the actual chicken as well. I used onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, salt and pepper for both the potatoes as well as the chicken, and then add the barbecue sauce in. Went ahead and mixed everything together. Obviously air fry the potatoes, then put it in the skillet. But I do think this actually came out to be almost perfect, because I don't think I could really add much more to this skillet. I do think you'd probably get away with maybe 1.5 pounds of chicken and the same amount of potatoes to increase the protein a little bit. So that's what I might write the recipe for. I'm gonna go ahead and see what the macros come out to, because I actually just added everything in. But I do think this is probably 4 servings. I don't think this is enough for 6. So let me go ahead and see, because I put all the ingredients in MyFitnessPal. So I'm gonna see what a 1/4 serving would be. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that basically to my meal number 4. So if we add this, add food, my meals, barbecue chicken skillet, 0.25, oops, 0.25, there we go. So 1/4 of the skillet comes out to be 414 calories, which would be 46 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. So I mean, that's pretty good. I always aim for, or typically try to aim for, around 1 gram of protein for every 10 calories. So in this case, 400 calories should be about 40 grams. It's 36 grams of protein. So pretty much on par there. 414 calories is a little bit lower. I typically try to have my meals around closer to 500 per serving, just for me ballparking, because I think 500 calorie meals are pretty much a good average for most people. So, I mean, that's pretty accurate. Maybe I could get away with 1.5 pounds of chicken, but right now, I think that's a pretty full skillet to me. I don't think we want to go too much more in terms of like overboard on potatoes or chicken. So yeah, I might make a few adjustments and remake it and make sure everything kind of still fits in the skillet, because I feel like skillet is a pretty standard size. But yeah, so that's gonna be my meal. 414 calories, and then 46 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. That's gonna be my day total to, so far, 2,410 calories and 167 grams of protein. So I can pretty much do with whatever I want. Actually, I'm gonna add, let's see. You guys have the only Sumo orange we have? I'll get some more. I'll get some more. I'm gonna have a Sumo orange and another apple, just because I'm craving some fruit right now. So, do we have any carrots, do you know? They're just like regular carrots. Perfect, okay, cool. So I'm gonna add 1 Sumo orange, an apple, and some carrots to this meal. So let me go ahead and add those real quick. So when we add the fruit and veggies, it comes out to be 548 calories, 81 grams of carbs, since pretty much fruit is just pure carbs, still 9 grams of fat, and 37 grams of protein. So yeah, day total, 2,544 so far, 169 grams of protein. probably just, I don't know, I have 400 calories to do with whatever I want. I'll keep you guys posted, probably maybe like a little dessert after I eat my quarter serving, as well as my fruits and vegetables. And I'll show you guys the last little bit of calories for the day. And we're gonna wrap up our day with nothing other than some ice cream. So we got the Haagen-Dazs strawberry right here. And I grew up hating strawberry ice cream. I thought it was the worst thing in the world. Why would you ever get strawberry when there's chocolate, chocolate chip, mint chocolate chip, cookie dough, all that kind of stuff, cookies and cream. And honestly, I've kind of grown into it, actually liking it quite a bit. I still don't buy it, but I see my mom bought this, and honestly, I'm not gonna say no to it. So we're gonna have a serving of our Haagen-Dazs, which I believe is, let's see, yeah, 310 calories. So if I add that into MyFitnessPal for today, Haagen-Dazs, our serving of Haagen-Dazs comes out to be 310 calories. It is 29 grams of carbs, 19 grams of fat, and 5 grams of protein. That's gonna bring our day total to 2,854. So a little bit under 3,000, but I'm okay with that. Like I said, I give myself about a buffer of 100 to 200 calories above or below. I definitely had a little bit extra calories this weekend, so we're okay with going a little bit lower today. 342 grams of carbs, 95 grams of fat, and 174 grams of protein. Right on track with just about everything in terms of macros. Plus, we had lots of fruit today. We had apples for lunch, dinner, breakfast. We had a bell pepper. We had some carrots in there. We had a banana. We had a sumo orange. So lots of fruits and veggies, because honestly, I just love my fruits and vegetables. Plus, obviously, a sweet treat like this. So I need to actually measure out a serving using the scale. But yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and wrap up today's video. That is a full day of eating. Once again, a little bit different right now with the fact that I have a lot of recipes that I'm making and also have in the fridge, because typically, once again, I probably have actually something similar to that. Beef and noodles, chicken and potatoes are definitely staples, just slightly different for the recipes I'm making right now, but I'd probably eat those anyways, just maybe not like a full recipe, just something a little bit quicker and easier when I don't have as much time. But yeah, that's gonna be wrapping up a full day of eating. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys have any suggestions for recipes, I'm still working on it. Once again, an April 1st release date. So if you have anything you want me to make that I don't already have in the cookbook, or an idea you want me to try, definitely let me know. Without further ado, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Peace.